welcome aboard the Super Mario Odyssey hype train. I'm your tour guide, Jake, and as we travel full steam ahead towards release date, I feel like there are still a few unanswered questions that we all have, including today's topic, which is Yoshi going to be in Super Mario Odyssey? Now, I feel like the general conclusion among the Nintendo fan base is that no, Yoshi will not be in the game. He is taking a break from this one, and there are a number of good reasons to believe that Yoshi isn't in the game, including how Cappy can let you take control of a number of characters and give you many new abilities. But I still think that there are some very good indicators that Yoshi could be in the game. Now, if we want to place Super Mario Galaxy in the same series as Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, and Super Mario Galaxy 2, then we've seen Yoshi playable in 2 of those. He was in Super Mario 64 for a split second at the end, but you could not ride him, you could not play as Yoshi. He was in Sunshine, and he offered a new ability, even though you had the Flood, which the Flood can be compared in some respects to Cappy. And Yoshi still offered his abilities as a fruit eater who then could spit juice on enemies and turn them into platforms to get to hard to reach places, and had specific stars dedicated to using those abilities. He could also spit on sticky yellow substances to make them dissolve. So even though Mario had the Flood and had this brand new mechanic, much like Cappy in Super Mario Odyssey, there was still room for Yoshi to have a totally separate mechanic that could be used in a variety of ways in the levels as you progressed. Yoshi was not seen in Super Mario Galaxy, but he did return in Super Mario Galaxy 2, where he did have a new set of abilities, such as eating enemies but not turning them into eggs, eating enemies and spitting them back out like Spinies. He could grapple with his tongue to flowers to get to higher places that were specifically made for Yoshi levels, and then he did appear on the Mario head ship thing, so he was involved in the game. And again, even though Mario had his own power-ups and his own abilities, Yoshi was thrown into the mix with his own unique mechanics. So does he follow the pattern, and maybe it goes one off, one on, one off, one on? So not in 64, yes in Super Mario Sunshine, not in Super Mario Galaxy, yes in Super Mario Galaxy 2. So maybe in the pattern he doesn't come in Super Mario Odyssey. Maybe he takes this one off. But there are still some details that I think indicate that Yoshi is in the game, and I will start off with the biggest one, which is, bam, back to the map. My favorite piece of evidence for everything involving theories in Super Mario Odyssey. And if you look near the Metro Kingdom, just to the left of the Metro Kingdom, there's this big jutting out bulbous peninsula. And if we zoom in on it, to me, this looks just like Yoshi's head. I mean, everything from the shape of his nose, the shape of his mouth, the shape of a sharp curve up for his eye socket. It even has a little dot that could be his nostril. You can see on your screen a side-by-side comparison, and to me, yes, it's stretched out, but that's because it is a globe map stretched out into a flat plane. So the actual shapes are a little distorted, as we can see with the cap and different things. But to me, this looks so much like Yoshi that he has, like, is this a whole separate kingdom? Maybe not. Maybe this isn't a Yoshi Peninsula where he has his own specific area. Maybe it is, and it's just this one area that's all about Yoshi, and you use him for a couple moons, and then he's out of there. But maybe he's in the Metro Kingdom or something else like that. But that shape just looks so indicative of Yoshi. It literally has his nostril hole almost in the right place. It has his open mouth. It's just, all it's missing is the tongue, really. It has the sharp slant up for his eye socket. I mean, it looks so much like Yoshi that it makes me believe that he has a spot in the game somewhere. Now, another piece of strong evidence that I recently found or recently thought of is Yoshi's always been a hungry fellow, right? He's always been eating a variety of different things, but his mainstay is these apples. He can be seen in Super Mario Galaxy eating these apple-like things. Maybe they're like peaches or some other fruit that doesn't exist, a lychee, I don't know. But if we take it back to even to like Super Mario World, he's eating these things that look indicative of apples. They are reddish, they're round, they have a stem. So that makes me think maybe he's in the Luncheon Kingdom, because the Luncheon Kingdom's currency is purple apple-looking fruits. So if we do a side-by-side comparison of the currency, the purple coin currency of the Luncheon Kingdom, and these apple-like fruits that Yoshi's always eating, they look very, very similar. So maybe Yoshi makes an appearance there, because, I mean, it's the perfect place for Yoshi. There's food everywhere. He can eat whatever he wants. Maybe he just keeps growing, or I don't know what abilities he has in Super Mario Odyssey if he's in the game. But those look so dang similar to me that maybe Yoshi makes an appearance in the Luncheon Kingdom. And the peninsula is attached to the Metro Kingdom, but the Metro Kingdom is attached to the Luncheon Kingdom, sort of, so maybe he does find his spot in the Luncheon Kingdom. I don't know. It's a strong piece of evidence there. And then there are Spinies. We have seen a picture of a Spiny. This was posted from a GIF on the Japanese Mario Odyssey Twitter of a Spiny attacking Mario, and it was used to show how Mario just loses 10 coins and doesn't get a game over when he dies. But there's a Spiny there, and as we saw in the Super Mario Galaxy 2 footage, he does fight giant Lakitu boss by spitting out, sucking in, or not sucking in, eating Spinies and then spitting them back out at the King Lakitu guy. So maybe that all points to Yoshi being in the Luncheon Kingdom. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, there definitely is the general feeling I have gotten that Yoshi isn't in Mario Odyssey. There hasn't been any official statement one way or the other, as I have heard, but let's go through some facts of why Yoshi may not be there. There is a lot of fast travel in the game. We know that Yoshi's kind of been used over the years as a way to get to higher platforms, an extra jump, his flutter jump, or, you know, a little bit more speedy on his feet. And there's tons of ways to fast travel in Mario Odyssey. You can use the flag checkpoints to travel. We've even seen this guy who's on the screen now, the Jaxi, which is very much kind of a Yoshi-esque character. He is a mountable character that you can pay to ride and get around quickly, and he does even have his own Jaxi maze that has been mentioned in the treehouse, where they said it's like reminiscent of the Penguin Slide, where it is a separate area just for the Jaxi to get some moons. So he is very similar in what he does to like a Yoshi type character. He has a basic moveset of being able to like tackle things and just plow through things and move you around faster, and he is a mountable character, kind of like a Yoshi type thing. So maybe he does take the place of Yoshi. Again, there is the factor of Cappy being able to overtake any enemy almost. There's a few exceptions, obviously, but there is a large number of enemies that have been revealed, and there's more to come that he can take over, and they each give you an individual ability, whether it be Chain Chomps or Hammer Bros throwing things, or the Uproot growing, or Bullet Bill being able to fly. There's tons of different characters that you can take control of, so maybe that kicks Yoshi out of the picture because there are so many unique puzzle mechanics that you can use with each individual character. But I will say that we have seen cameos from other characters in this sort of 64 Sunshine Galaxy Odyssey series. We've seen the bunny rabbit from the basement of Super Mario 64, and he's been in I think Super Mario 3D World, where you have to capture him, and they've shown him in Odyssey where if you catch him, he gives you a moon, and he is in the Luncheon Kingdom and the Wooded Kingdom. Maybe they're two separate bunnies, actually. But anyways, there is that rabbit that you have to catch, and he'll give you a moon. Captain Toad, who is in the Metro Kingdom, and he gives you a moon. So again, that's another character from a different game that is making a cameo appearance here. Maybe they're just doing newer games, but again, the rabbit is from 64, so that kind of breaks that trend. And then we've recently seen, I made a separate video about this, Koopa, who was in Super Mario 64 as one of the first stars you encounter, having to race him up to the top of, in Bomb Battlefield, race him to the top of the mountain. And now he's here to give you a new like walking tracing path objective to get a moon. So maybe this trend of seeing all these characters reappear in kind of a different format with a different twist to them, maybe Yoshi is one of those characters that is in a specific area and has his own new twist to the way that you utilize him and his abilities. And I will say that there are areas like we've seen in specifically the Metro Kingdom, I'll give an example, where you get the Mario Maker outfit and you go up into, you're granted access into this kind of cloud top skyscraper area where you just do this short puzzle where you're collecting the moon shards on these wires to get a moon. And this reminds me sort of Super Mario Sunshine when you go into, I forget what they're specifically called, but basically go into a warp pipe, and it takes you to a level that is very platformer based and very skill based. You have to jump from platform to platform. They're usually moving, and it's like in a floating area. There's not really any background going on. So maybe there are areas like this, like the skyscraper section in Mario Odyssey, where you can utilize Yoshi. So maybe you just get, it's not that he's a roaming character out in the open, but there's a specific area in the Luncheon Kingdom, let's say, that you are transported to, and then you use Yoshi in that area to solve something to get a moon or a couple moons. Kind of like how the Jaxi is presumably unique to the Sand Kingdom and not going to be in every kingdom as a mode of transportation. He's just in the Sand Kingdom because he fits the theme. He lets you get around quickly because it's a big expansive area. He has his own maze that you can go into and collect moons there. So maybe Yoshi appears in the Luncheon Kingdom or a different kingdom just as in that specific kingdom and nowhere else, and you utilize him there. Maybe he's in that mushroom island that we see. Maybe that's not the Mushroom Kingdom. Maybe it's just a mushroom island that has elements of the Mushroom Kingdom, and Yoshi's there, and you use him just for that island area to get some moons there. But anyways, let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you think Yoshi's in the game? Is there enough evidence pointing to it? Do you think he's totally not? Do you think he's just sitting this one out and he's too busy being in Mario Rabbids and fighting evil Rabbids there, or just taking a break? He does have his own Switch game coming out, so maybe he's too busy working on that and flipping the world back and forth in the papercraft land that he's in to be in Mario Odyssey. Maybe that is an indicator that, hey, Yoshi is doing his own thing and he's not going to be in Mario Odyssey. I'm not 100% sure. Again, let me know down in the comments below your thoughts or theories on Yoshi in Super Mario Odyssey. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all things Switch and more Mario Odyssey information like this one. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Switch Force out.